The relationship between Shannon Sharpe and Skip Bayless is coming to an end, one many envisioned.
Shannon Sharpe liked a tweet that calls Skip Bayless a piece of
POS.
This would be the most honest argument stuff that they've done instead of the wrestling characters that they are on television for entertainment. And it pays. There are ratings.
Former ESPN coworker of Bayless's Dan Le Batard gave his 2 cents.
And now they've broken up, Stugotz, because these pairings are hard to keep right. And there are some places where Shannon Sharpe felt like his dignity was trampled in what it is he had to do to go opposite that guy and peddle some of the they were peddling. I could make the argument and would make the argument. Skip needs Shannon right now more than Shannon needs Skip, because it's going to be hard to replace Shannon Sharpe on that show. Go ahead. Good luck finding whoever it is that you're going to put opposite all of what that represents.
This is something we have established. He's not wrong in the slightest.
It feels like you guys underestimate, to me, what would I know? But I really do feel you're underestimating. Who wants to work with someone every day, next to someone every day that they don't like so much that they would, on their way out the door, say Shannon Sharpe? They would like a tweet.
This stemmed from the two on their show not just disagreeing publicly, but Bayless taking shots, and via Sharpe, those being personal shots, about his playing career in comparison to a man Bayless built his career on defending no matter what, that being Tom Brady. After Damar Hamlin collapsed on the field, Bayless tweeted nonsense that inserted himself into the story, making himself the story, which soured the relationship even further to the point Sharpe did not appear on Undisputed the next day. And when he did...
Skip, let me finish.
All right, okay.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
Go ahead, let's go, Jen.
Okay.
I mean, I cannot even get through a monologue without you interrupting me.
Well,
you could have came back, Skip.
Well, I thought,
Skip, just let me.
I didn't know you were going to bring up
No,
this.
I was just going to say, Skip, I didn't want to yesterday to get into a situation where Damar Hamlin was the issue. We should have been talking about him and not get into your tweet.
This was the result. Michael McCarthy of Front Office Sports broke the story that Bayless is going to have the final say on who his next debate partner will be after Sharpe agreed to a buyout. There is a kicker. Bayless clearly despises seeing someone outshine him. Through his sources, McCarthy reports Bayless micromanages all aspects of his show, and he's never really gotten along with his debate partners except for his brother from another, Stephen A. Smith at ESPN. I'll go over the candidates momentarily. On the Bayless and coworkers beef line,
you spoke about humanity, and I think, but there were things done here by someone here at this network that were inhumane.
fellow Fox Sports host and NFL Hall of Famer Michael Strahan, not a fan.
I wouldn't want him to be my head coach.
That have not had the perfect ideal physique, including my college coach. So I don't think that's a fair shot.
Okay.
And I'm allowed to have an opinion, Skip. I am allowed to say whatever I want to say on this show, as you do too.
Jenny Taft filled the moderator role until she didn't. Bayless body shamed a coach. Taft disagreed, and now she is in another realm at Fox Sports.
A couple things me and Shannon talk about in commercial breaks. My lack of working out.
Yes.
My unhealthy eating.
Yes.
My Hallmark Jen fashion sense.
You'll never outgrow those.
This was also pretty eye-opening. Believe it or not, more coworkers spoke out.
With LeBron James now unimpeachable. Back-to-back 41-point games and then a triple-double in Game 7 on the road, and that's the end of it. It is time to find a new axe to grind if you have made your living ripping him. Find a new act.
Scott Van Pelt, SVP, did so, a rarity which tells you everything. And when Bayless said the Golden State Warriors were better off without Kevin Durant, a ridiculous claim to ever say and ever come out of someone's mouth, a coworker publicly disagreed, and here was the fallout.
So we have a guy, we'll name him, who, it's not Elijah, who works in, I think, New York. And his job is taking the clips from radio, packaging them, and then putting them out on social media. And what he put on social media was was just that we need to stop the idiocy. But he had a picture of Skip. So they Twitter searched Skip, and they're like, Gottlieb's talking about Skip. You know, you need to take this down. You're like, okay, first of all, he made the comment. He has an opinion. I'm allowed to have an opinion about that opinion. It wasn't in any way personal about it. The only limits I've ever been told is if you do not make it personal. Okay. I was like, well, why are we so protective of Skip Bayless? He has made this portion of his career based upon his opinions, and I vehemently disagree with that opinion, but I didn't even say his name. What I said the idiocy of this narrative.
The point in going over this is because McCarthy wrote in his column, nothing happens on that show without Skip. They chose Skip over everything else. You can't tweet about him, talk about him, anything, or they call you into the office, said a source. On Undisputed, he makes all the calls, even when he's off. The replacements? LaShawn Shady McCoy is an option after holding a seat on Speak, formerly known as Speak for Yourself. An extended audition is in the cards for the former NFL running back. What I find to be interesting is Front Office Sports reporting two men that the network could potentially make a run at are Max Kellerman and Keyshawn Johnson, both with ESPN. In addition, with McCarthy, the problem for McCoy and anybody else seeking to succeed Sharpe boils down to ego and status. Virtually nobody wants to work with Bayless, and in his heart of hearts, Bayless probably doesn't want to work with anybody outside of Stephen A. Smith. Then there's the reports of those who challenge Skip Bayless. That's why all of this is very interesting to see who is going to be that next person that fills Shannon Sharpe's seat.